Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I am a little under the weather, but we need to bale hay. That's not gonna stop me. Welcome to Man Time. Yeah, I was up in a conference in Detroit and brought back a really nasty cold with me. Always fun when that happens. This last cut of hay, if you're new to farming, new to cutting hay and baling hay, you need to let the hay cure before you go to bale it. And in the fall time, the cure time takes much longer with highs, 70s, 60s, that sort of thing. I went ahead and cut it before the first freeze. After that first freeze, the hay pretty much goes dormant and dies. So you need to get it cut while it's green and lush, and then let it cure for additional extra days. So the hay has been curing now for a week, and it did get some rain, and then it ended up freezing, but went ahead and raked it into rows. After that, the hay is still good. Although my second cut didn't happen because of armyworms. So it's been a rough year so far. And then I come and try to get the baler going, and I notice someone has sabotaged my hay baler. Yeah, I open it up just to find this huge knotted mess of line in here. And the thing that gave it away, the wire that's supposed to be running through here, is missing on this side, and I find this, and not only did I find this, but I found the culprit. He left some clues in here. So a few of these were just filled up with acorns, and there was some nests, and then basically just acorns filling up the bottom of this thing. So it was a squirrel getting in here, just ravaging my hay baler with a long, season of no cutting. So I'm gonna get this fixed up, get it set up, and take you through that process. Ooh, nice back scratch. Oh, right there on the tire. Yeah, you basically just want to pull all the slack until you just have to finally give up and cut. Several of these are new. Squirrels. Alright, that one's good. Let's see if we can get some of this back out of here. Again, I'm not fighting this mess here. I'll get what I can and then call it a day. Managed to take a little bit from each one though. And finally, the coup de grace. Yeah, here's the evidence, the acorns. Well, yeah, there's the final damage. Well, as far as respooling the line, what I'm going to do, I just tie a little knot in the two pieces, and then we'll feed it through until we get some of that new line up here. There we go. And then, of course, it is going to feed through this one here, and then through this one, and then down into our knife. But it looks like there's something even blocking in here. Dirt daubers. There we go. And then from here, let's see, where are we going? Down into the tubes, the twine tubes. Yeah, it's all gone. It is just all gone. Alright, so I'm going to leave it here. I've got it now spooled and coming from our new twine roll there. Yeah, it's going to come into the end of the twine tube over here. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be our last kind of nice day before winter hits. So, this is what it is. I can't believe this squirrel managed to get like basically every single one of the, twine rolls bundled up together in one big knot. There wasn't one of these that was left unchecked here. Alright, so I've been working out of the end ones. I'm going to keep that up here. And again, I'm not going to mess around with any of the nonsense trying to get this untangled. We'll just cut it and move forward. And in this case, tying on. And for this type of knot, I'll just do like a figure 8, where they come together, wrap around, and knot. And then cut off the excess, and then run it through with that little knot on there. Alright, so to get the twine back up in the knotter, or the knives, you have to actuate this little lever right here. There we go. Alright, so just let me take you through some of the stuff that went on there. I know it was really hard to kind of tell with the tractor running and that, but the twine now is fed through the knives, and what I do there is just stop it short of its full cycle when the twine tubes are all the way back where they're supposed to be at, but the knives have not collapsed down. So you can see there, both sides, the twine is now held by the knives, and once the cycle starts, that amount tied back is not going to matter. One thing you could do there is cut it. But I found, like for instance here, I just tie a little slip knot and now we're good to go. And I've got a little slip knot over there I can pull. Other than that, yeah, here's all of the kind of stuff to make it actuate. We'll look at the other side now that it's all cleaned out, blown out, and whatnot. Somebody was asking me for a little kind of tutorial on how all this stuff works. It's so hard to capture on video, everything is just so tight without, I don't know, kind of disassembling the thing. It's really hard to show what each individual thing is doing. I mean, there's like this cam up here with this rotating assembly. It's got a spring on it, and then some linkages down here, again on this cam, but you can't even hardly see it. How all this stuff works with the automatic wrap, not easy, just not easy to put it on video on what everything's doing. The manual is going to be your best bet there. But I think I've got it pretty much all cleaned out, blown out. You can see the amount of stuff you know, that kind of came out and off of it. But one of the most important things is getting all of the hay like out from right under this roller here and along this roller on either side of it. So you're going to want to prop it open and then blow out and clean out anything, because that's how your fire basically gets started, is that hay rubbing together with the rubber and the metal there. But yeah, we're all cleaned out. We are all ready to go. Man, this is a thankless job, I tell you what. Alright. Well, I think we're all ready to get back in the game. Doing some hay. Man, it's a good thing I'm beamed up on Zyrtec, or I would be just flooding right now with the cold along with all of the hay dust. Not a good combination, but we're all hooked up here. I've got the electronics hooked up. Of course, we cycled everything, made sure everything was fully functional before we take it out into the field. Last thing is to get out there and bale this last cut. Thanks for joining me today on Man Time, guys. If you like this type of stuff, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And get out there, have you some man time too.